and listen to a foreign leader attack a state in this country, attack your state, and you know what I said? I'm outraged. Is anybody else outraged by that? Outrage is important. Our troops on this Memorial Day weekend, overseas, around the world, we can't even imagine the dark and dangerous things that they do. They're out there, they're serving us. And our president is too busy vacationing in Illinois to lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. I am outraged! Is anybody outraged by that? You know, at home with my kids and my wife and in my community, I'm the happy guy. We are very blessed people. We live in the greatest country on earth. We're surrounded by the greatest people on earth. We have the greatest founding constitution on earth. We are very lucky people, and I wake up every morning and I count my blessings. And then I get up and I go to my computer. It's a long commute. And I'm happy until I turn that thing on. And I look at the news and I see that our senators and our congressmen have further mortgaged my children's future. They've spent billions and billions more. And what happens when I see that? We're outraged. Are you guys outraged by that? That's not enough outrage. Let me hear some outrage. Now that's outrage. So what do we do about it? I'll tell you what we do about it. February 27th last year, in 38 cities around this country, over 30,000 people took to the streets to express their outrage. And that was the start. And that was only the start. We thought we were alone. Did you guys think you were alone before that? Yeah. I sat at home looking at TV thinking, am I crazy? Is it just me? Yep. Am I the only one who sees what's happening? But 38,000 people came out. And then on April 15th, 2009, we had another turn. The screw turned again. 850 tea parties across this nation. 1.2 million Americans came out to express their outrage. And then 9/12, Washington, D.C. Was anybody in Washington, D.C. on 9/12 last year? Let me see it. 9/12, Washington, D.C., 1.7 million patriotic citizens took to the mall in Washington, D.C. to express their outrage, their displeasure, and their disgust with their government. And there was a refrain heard through that crowd, and the refrain was, "Can you hear us now?" And I want to hear it. Let's let them hear us in Washington. They're pushing on you. They're pushing on Arizona. They refuse to enforce the laws. They're letting your border be porous. Let's let D.C. hear us all the way from Arizona. Can you hear us now? Come on, louder. Can you hear us now? Let me hear you now. Let them hear us all the way to D.C. You know, I came here to Arizona out of respect for what you have done for the nation. Because you guys have opened a floodgate of wisdom, a floodgate of activism, and a floodgate of patriotism that was desperately needed. I appreciate the ability to come here to represent the Tea Party Patriots. With over 2,200 chapters across the nation, millions of members, through the Patriots, we are united, and we will return the nation to the people. God bless the people of Arizona. God bless America. Thank you very much.
We are very close to the big man himself. I got to tell you, when we have Joe Arpaio